Hello and welcome to my channel. My name's Eunice if you're new here. Today we've got another air dry clay DIY video, and I'm so excited for today's video because 6 months ago I released a DIY candle holders video and I've been receiving so much amazing feedback on that. And since that video I've also been seeing so many pretty candle holders on Pinterest, Instagram, and pretty much everywhere. So I really want to try creating more and do a part 2 to that first video. So today I've got 2 more candle holders for you guys, and this time I'm going to be trying out the Das air dry clay for the first time ever. My friend was using this stuff to create some ring plates and she had some leftover clay that she let me use, so thank you. This stuff is highly recommended by a lot of DIYers, and if you've seen an air dry clay tutorial video before, then you've probably seen this clay. This is a paper-based clay and I'm going to be giving you my first impression as I'm trying it out. So if you're curious to learn more about this clay, then stay tuned for that. And if you're interested in the candle holders DIY, then keep watching. We are starting it off with a flower-shaped candle holder. First, we're going to get a bit of our clay. So I've been using the Craft Smart Natural clay for my past air dry clay projects, and right off the bat I could feel the difference between that one and this Das clay. So the Craft Smart clay is organic and natural, so it felt more like the real clay that you would throw on a wheel, whereas this Das stuff felt a lot more inorganic, if that makes sense, and it felt a lot more pliable and I could really work with it right away, whereas the Craft Smart one took more time to build up with the warmth of my hands. Being a paper clay, the Das one also does not feel as muddy, and because it wasn't sticky, I could use a wax paper underneath and work on top of that. So we're going to roll some of that clay out and flatten it using a rolling pin if you have one, or you can use a water or wine glass like me. And then we're going to outline a flower shape. If you want your flower to be perfect, you could even get a flower shape cutter, like a cookie cutter, which I'll link below, but I just did it by hand. Now that we have our flower, we're going to smoothen out any bumps with our fingers and some water. We're going to leave that flower aside and then grab some more clay and roll it into a ball. And then we're just going to stick our tapered candle into that ball of clay to determine how large to make our holder hole. And with that candle in there, we're going to roll against the candle, flattening out the sides of the holder ball and turning it into more of like a cylinder shape. Then we're just going to smoothen that out and make the walls even. And now that we have our little holder guy, we're going to score the base of it as well as the center of the flower we made earlier and join the two pieces together by blending the clay from the holder to the base where the flower is and smoothing it out. And that's basically it, guys. We have our flower holder, but the special part is how we're going to dry this. And we're going to do it in a way where the petals of the flower stick upwards. We're going to find a sauce plate or a small bowl, ideally something like mine where it's close to the size of the flower, and then we're going to line that with some saran wrap so that the candle holder doesn't stick when it's drying, and then place the candle holder in the center of the bowl. Then we're just going to pull down the saran wrap so that the petals are bent but not too much, and secure the wrap where we like it. And then we're just going to let that dry. This took about 24 hours to dry, and once it was dry, the piece felt very sturdy. Now we're going to sand down some rough edges with sandpaper. And then afterwards, we're going to use a wet paper towel to wipe away any dust. At this point, the piece should feel very smooth and we can start painting on it, but we're just going to give it a coat of Mod Podge just to seal everything up and fill in any pores. I let that sit for about an hour before painting. And now I'm just making this orangey light terracotta color using all primary colors and some white. And for the ratio, I'd say like a 40 white, 40 yellow, 15 red, 5 blue. That's a very rough estimate to kind of get this like dull light terracotta color. And then we're gonna add a lot of baking soda for that texture. Then we're just gonna paint the holder, and that's it. I love how minimal this looks, especially with a white tapered candle, and here is our flower candle holder. For project 2, we've got a duo candle holder, and this one is so easy, just like the first one. We're gonna start with a ball of clay again and stick the candle in the ball to create the holder hole, and roll that clay with the candle still inside against the table into a cylinder just like we did earlier. Now we're gonna grab a pen and go around the outside, sticking the pen in and creating these grooves. It's going to make it easier to keep the candle in there as we do this so that we don't deform the holder hole, and the candle's also going to give us something to push the pen against. I went around a few times until the grooves were as deep and even as I wanted, and afterwards we're going to smoothen out the edges, and I did go back and push the pen again, going around a few more times to keep the shape. And that is our first piece of the duo. We're gonna let that sit to dry, and then we're gonna do the same thing for the second piece, but this time make the ball larger so that we have enough clay to create a longer cone-like shape. It's gonna be less like a cone and more like a tapered cylinder. This is going to add some height to our second candle holder so that the two holders next to each other offset each other. And we're gonna go around with the pen again. This time I kind of dragged the pen upwards, and it made it a lot easier to create those grooves without having to press that hard and potentially altering the shape. Once we're happy with it, we're gonna smoothen out the edges again and let both pieces dry. After drying, we are going to sand down both pieces to smoothen out all of the edges, and I went ahead and flattened the top because it was uneven, and I also smoothened out the grooves and the bumps. For the groove, I folded some sandpaper to really get in there, and a lot of dust is going to build up in those grooves, so make sure you wipe that off thoroughly with some wet paper towel afterwards. Then we're going to seal both of the pieces with some Mod Podge before painting. I used some of that leftover light terracotta shade from project 1 and mixed it with a lot of white to create an eggshell white, and added a lot of baking soda for texture. I'm so happy with how this turned out. I love that these holders are very minimal, but the grooves on them add a lot of character, and they almost look like an upgrade of the duo candle holders that I made from my first air dry clay candle holders video. And that is it for today's DIY. I hope you enjoyed these air dry clay candle holders. I really enjoyed trying out the Das air dry clay. This is something that I would definitely come back to for future clay projects, and I loved how this was easy to work with. It wasn't like too messy, and it dried really quickly, and the pieces after dry are like really sturdy as well. In comparison with the clay that I've used before, which is the Craft Smart clay, that one I would use for bigger projects like big vases, things that take a longer time to work on, because that one works really well with water and it smoothens out easily, whereas the Das clay I would use again for quicker, smaller projects. Let me know below what you thought about the candle holders. I really enjoyed how simple these were to make. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to this channel to see more DIY and home decor related videos from me. When you subscribe, make sure to hit the bell next to it as well so that you're notified when I upload future videos. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram as well to keep up with my project updates. I love connecting with you guys over there, and if you do end up creating any of the candle holders that I shared today, then please tag me. I'd love to see them. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one.